Why is my girlfriend, 22F, not supporting me, 26F? Joining a weight loss group. Why is my girlfriend, 22F, not supportive about me, 26F? Joining a group to lose weight. I really need to lose weight. It's not like I only need to lose a few pounds, it's literally another person. My life's took a standstill for a couple of years now and I have put loads of weight on. I feel like this would be the starting point to change my life around. I've always struggled with my weight. Back in 2016 I lost a ton of weight, but unfortunately I stopped going to this weight loss group and over the years I've put every pound back on and more unamused. It's honestly gutting, but I really need to try and get back to where I was then. I told her I wanted to rejoin this group, it's Slimming World by the way, and she was instantly negative about it. I told her I could walk there for exercise as it's a 26-minute walk and told me, in reality you wouldn't make it, you'd be fed and be too sweaty and it would take you way longer than 26 minutes. I told her yeah, it would be a challenge for me at first, but I'm not incapable, I've been on longer walks, and then she kept questioning me why I need to go to a group to do it. I explained that the support really helps me and she just was laughing at me saying the only reason it works is because of the fear of them weighing you, not because it's a good diet, and said you know my opinions of Slimming World. Bearing in mind she's very overweight too and wants to lose weight also, I just felt like she was being insensitive and unsupportive. It's annoying because I support her intentions of losing weight by calorie counting. I personally struggle that way, but everyone loses weight differently. I just feel really irritated and feel like she just will think I'll fail. Like she doesn't believe I can do it. I don't know how to resolve this if that's how she feels. TDLR. My girlfriend, 22F, isn't supporting me, 26F, on the decision of rejoining a group to lose weight. Why is and how do I go about tackling this issue, because it's hurt me and makes me feel like she doesn't care that I want to better myself. I detect some premature jealousy that you might find a workable solution while she still struggles. Thinner envy? She doesn't want to be fat one in the couple? This can be a huge fear she has, that you will be smaller and that she will be the larger one. Because she sounds like a hypocrite. The two of you want to lose weight, but only one has a genuine will to make it happen. You wanting to join a group would mean there is a level of dedication and intensity involved. Where she just wants to walk it off. Taking the lazier route. Sounds like she is projecting her own laziness, reluctance on you. Her laughing at it is her own justification. You should do what you feel you want to be at. It's your body and your health, so you decide what you want. The way I see it, from what you described, your girlfriend may be afraid you will lose weight more efficiently and that will force her to try and be more aggressive in her own weight loss process. Maybe she needs reassurance, but I agree, it's not cool that she's not supportive of you trying to get better. Slimming World seems to be the UK equivalent of Weight Watchers, which means it's, at best, problematic. Groups like this push an unsustainable calorie-restrictive diet that gets you some immediate results but doesn't help you establish long-term lifestyle changes that will overall improve your health. That's why you gained weight when you stopped going. I don't know if this is your girlfriend's concern, but it would be mine. You'd probably get better results by working with a dietitian or nutritionist and a personal trainer. What advice has your doctor given you? Man, when I read the title, I really thought she was just going to be worried about you losing weight in an unsafe way or something, but her comments are basically, you can't do it and shouldn't even try. That's rough, dude. 26F. Think my boyfriend, 28M, is abusive, but I don't know what to do. We've been dating for about a year now, and this problem has been a recurring issue. 90% of the time, he's really sweet, understanding, and genuinely listens to my concerns. He also acknowledges what he did is bad, and he doesn't want to do them again. But I think he has anger issues. 10% of the time, he yells at me, tells me to shut the fuck up, calls me names, idiot, bitch, cunt, and threatens to break up with me. He always feels sorry for being mean to me afterwards and says he doesn't want to be mean to me. But that sometimes he's just tired or hangry. Why I'm writing this is because of what happened just now. He accidentally broke a wine glass and just tossed it into the garbage. I told him he can't just throw glass in the trash like that because it'll puncture the trash bag. He called me stupid and dumb and said that garbage bags are meant to withstand broken glass. I told him that they're not, it's glass. He yelled at me to shut the fuck up and continued putting dishes away. I told him it's not safe. He grabs the trash bag and said, "Look, it's fine, you idiot. For all your smart brain is worth, you sure are fucking stupid." He shakes the bag in my face and the glass rips and pokes out. At this point I freak out because he's waving it in my face. He notices the glass also rips through the second bag. I don't say anything, and he takes the bag to garbage can in the garage, and proceeds to give me the silent treatment. He doesn't say anything anymore. I'm at my wit's end. I think he's verbally abusive, but I'm not sure. This only happens once every month and a half now, and he hasn't hit me before. The worst he's ever done is shove me really hard. He used to be like this every 2 weeks, but it has gone down to every month and a half. I feel like he's improving, but this time I was actually frightened. When he waved the trash bag in my face, I got really scared. I was in a domestically abusive relationship 5 years ago, so I don't want to go down that road again. I feel like it's my PTSD coming out, giving me more fear than what the situation is right now. What should I do? He is abusive. No one is abusive 100% of the time. Frankly, he sounds horrible and you should leave. The chances of him getting better are 0. The chances of him getting worse if you stick around. 100%. By forgiving him about this abhorrent behavior, you teach him that he can get away with more. 10% of the time, he yells at me, tells me to shut the fuck up, calls me names, idiot, bitch, cunt, and threatens to break up with me. Even 1% of the time is unacceptable to most people with self-respect. You don't deserve to be talked to like that just because he can't control his emotions like an emotionally stable adult. It's his fault and responsibility. Yet you're paying the price and dealing with the result of his inability. It will more than likely get worse. This is classic abuse. I know it's been said before, but if a milkshake contains 10% dog shit, it's still a shit shake. If you wouldn't drink it, you probably don't want it in relationship form either. You leave. You leave immediately and you don't look back. It will destroy your self-esteem and make it almost impossible to have a healthy relationship for a while. I had one right before I got sober. And when I left, it was advised I didn't date for a year to reset myself. Why? Because when you date somebody toxic and mean to you, you start to think it may be okay and you're confused about what's appropriate and what's not. So then you date more people like that, only gets worse. So I would suggest that you break up, you go all your way, get a little counseling and start dating over again, where you meet somebody for dinner, for coffee, and you get to know them. Nobody should ever harm you, talk to you like that, or treat you like that. But people will treat us in the way that we let them. Get out of there. You are in danger. Look for domestic violence resources in your area and ask for help. Warn your family and friends. Get your essentials and get away from him. US-based. After 4 years of being together, I, 33M, just found out that my GF, 33F, cheated on me. Hi everyone. As the title says, after 4 years of being together, I've found out that my girlfriend had an intimate night with her best friend and the husband, who have a very open relationship. This goes back to the early stages of our relationship, 2 weeks in, and found out by looking through her phone, as I've always had the feeling she's a bit too friendly with them, but every time I would ask her about it she would just tell me nothing ever happened. Needless to say, we've all became best friends and went everywhere together, holidays, parties and so on, so I got to know them very well, and I know for sure they wouldn't ever tell the truth, as when I confronted them they became very defensive and told me whatever happened is in the past and that they didn't know me back then. The day I've found out about it, about a month ago, I asked her what happened that night, as the messages I've seen weren't telling exactly what happened but were implying sex, and she started saying nothing happened. Then I left for a long drive as all of it was becoming too painful, so she rang me begging to come back and crying. She told me she slept with him, but as soon as I got home she said she didn't and that she just said it cause she thought I was leaving her and wanted to give me a good reason for that. Then she started telling me that she went over their place, had a few drinks with them and started dancing with her friend, female, while the husband was just watching, minding his own business. They started kissing and undressing each other, they got naked, ended up on the sofa on top of each other, kissing all over the body but not going down on each other, as she says, and as soon as the husband jumped in she stopped, saying she feels uncomfortable, and she left. Why do I feel like there's more to the story, and if there isn't, why hasn't she told me in the 4 years we've been together? She is so full of crap. This is a version of it was just a kiss. She is making up stories. Ask again in another month, the story will be different. Liars lie. It was the start of your relationship, the foundation. That is a secret between all three of them that was kept from you for 4 years. Even if her story is true, which I don't believe, she still cheated, and that is a deal breaker for me. She chose them over the relationship with you. Trickle truth. You already know what really happened. You just need to accept it and deal with it to suit you, not her. This smells like BS. Besides, if this was true, she should have told you about it, and put distance to them. Can you even confirm this was the only time they were intimate? By the way, if you asked her to cut them from your lives completely over this, would she agree? You should leave her regardless, but her refusing should make it easier for you. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Something happened. Nothing happened. It was just a kiss. Then we stopped. Dude. She straight up had a threesome with these two, then regretted it, hoping it would never be brought up, but they spilled the beans and she's now panicking. It's quite evidently trickle truth. 36F talking to my partner M33 about hygiene. Me 36F and my partner M33 have been together for 2 years, living together for 1 year. Within the last 6 months I think he's gotten more comfortable and his hygiene routine has changed. He works every day and he sweats a lot since it's a labor job. But he only takes a shower about once a week. Also he wears a baseball cap and has longer hair, so as soon as that head comes off and he lays in bed next to me I can smell his head. He also doesn't brush his teeth every day, he will just rinse his mouth with some mouthwash. He also has athlete's foot, so as soon as those shoes come off his socks smell so strong. I love him and I don't want to make him feel bad by bringing it up, but it has definitely hurt our intimate life because it's really hard for me to get close to him in bed when all I can smell is beau. What is the best way to bring this up? We talk daily and we're really good with communicating with each other. He doesn't suffer from depression, so I don't think it's that, since I've had experience in past partners that were. He used to be really good about hygiene, especially when we weren't living together and he would come over. He would always take a shower before he came over and washed his beard and his face, but it has all gone down and he does the bare minimum of taking care of his hygiene. Another day, another post about a woman dating a man with an unwashed ass. He's 33. If he can't learn to be clean, then you need to be direct and tell him straight up he stinks. He needs to wash his body, fix his feet, and brush his teeth, otherwise you won't stay with him. And he's not gonna get into the bed dirty. He's getting in bed with week-old sweat and stinky feet and unbrushed teeth. He should feel bad, with all gentleness. I would go with blunt but kind. Hey, you're working a labor job, and I need you to shower daily because I can actually smell you and it's hurting my attraction. I need you to brush your teeth daily, because I don't want to kiss someone with unbrushed teeth. You have athlete's foot and I'm kind of grossed out getting into bed with you when you have strong-smelling feet. Please wash after your job. If he is not being hygienic, and you are being intimate, you could easily end up with UTIs. You should definitely approach this with him. For the sake of your own health, this needs to be addressed. Quite honestly, I would be straight to the point. You don't have to be mean, but don't allow for any misunderstandings. I recently had a very serious car accident, and was immobilized for a week, and the first thing I wanted to do when they allowed me out of bed was to shower. Even though they were giving bed baths daily, it wasn't the same, and I didn't feel as clean. Showers once a week? If my partner worked a labor job, I would be demanding a shower every night after work. This would be a flat-out deal-breaker for me. I'm not telling an adult that he needs to shower and brush his teeth. I don't know how you have stuck it out for 6 months. I'd probably be pretty blunt, but how about something like, I've noticed over the last 6 months or so that you aren't bathing very often and seem to have let your personal care slip. You probably don't realize this, but you actually smell pretty strongly. What's going on?